This is the RTX edition of the Afterstreamers podcast. Alright, get hype. Actually. I was not able to attend RTX this year. Yeah, it sucks. So, whatever. Enjoy your podcast and shit.
Alright, and welcome to the special Afterstreamers RTX podcast. This is the host for once, Sonny.
Tony, also known as Me with a Fez, probably better known as Me with a Fez, and...
Kim, your, I guess, technical, not actually a guest, Ellie Star on Tumblr, and I'm here because I'm friends with...
Grace. The best mod ever. Woo, go Grace, she's awesome.
No. Just no.
I think so.
I think hissing at that was worth the fact that it probably
You didn't
fucked
even
up the
hiss,
sound.
you just said hiss.
Well, you know. I'm like a Pokemon
the
snake.
S is kind of like just went into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Anyways, yes, this is our special RTX podcast. It just ended, RTX just finished, and we had a really great time. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, well, let's start with day one.
Day one. If we can remember back.
It's all kind of a blur.
We met Tina.
Yeah, we did.
Oh my
day
God.
one.
Oh god, that was awesome.
Well, I mean, let's start at the beginning of the day. Because that was at the end.
We went to the Ruby panel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ruby panel.
We actually got into the Ruby panel.
Which was
Yes.
amazing.
After, what was that, like, we queued up 2 hours?
I thought it was 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we were in line to actually, we got registered, whatever, and then we were in line to get into the exhibit hall when they told us to start lining up for Ruby upstairs, which was another good, I think you're right, I think it was 2 hours.
And I managed to watch all of season 1 of Ruby within that time.
I'm so proud
to get caught up because I hadn't seen it yet.
Because you're a loser.
I got cutsies because of Grace and Kim here.
So
Cha-ching.
you kind of owe me then. Son.
Well,
No,
you
no,
also
no.
made it. You also made it back into the line because A, you were wearing a giant Pikachu costume, so it's not easy to forget where you were in the line. And B, because the first time I saw you in the goddamn convention was when you breezed past me in a Pikachu costume, saying, "Hey, it's good to see you. I gotta, run and pee."
Yeah.
And I told the Guardians, "Hey, let Pikachu back in line."
Well, I mean, they were going to let me back in no matter what. Because,
Okay. Well, we'll never.
Pikachu.
We'll never know now. Will we?
Yeah, well, that's... Actually, I think right as I went past you, I think I got Josh. I got a picture with Josh.
Yes, you did, because when you came back, you told us. Because he was meandering around the line.
Then the Ruby panel was absolutely amazing.
Best part of the Ruby panel, hearing Miles say Amber's lines from the season 2.
I'm never going to be able to watch that when it comes out and
Have a
not
little
hear.
faith.
Oh god, and not hear Miles doing.
I know,
the voice.
it was every time now.
That was
I would pay. That should be like a Laser Team perk.
No,
Yeah.
it's going to be on the DVD.
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean,
Better.
I guess Laser
It's
Team
better.
perk stuff's done now.
Yes,
It
that
ended
was
today.
today.
Yeah.
That was today.
So,
But-
no Stranger Hood Season 2, sadly.
Oh, what?
No, yeah, they
No,
made
they
Stranger
did.
Hood season 2.
What? I thought it was 2.5 million.
No.
4 episodes of it are going to be made.
Oh.
And
Not
they
like
made
a
it
whole
to
season.
number 1 of all time on Indiegogo, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Fuck
Remember, because that's why when Ray came on, he was like, "Oh, did you know?" They were like making fun of how did you know Stranger Hood season 2?
Yeah.
Like he was making fun of it, how everybody decides that they want to all tell the same news.
Yeah, I read somewhere an actually funny but plausible but not going to happen idea, which is that as revenge from Bernie for Ray bringing back Strangerhood,
For Ray bringing back Stranger Hood.
well, making it a thing, that they were going to make him direct it.
Oh my god. Poor Ray.
Yeah, it's being
You should
rewarded.
just voice all the characters.
Oh man, I'd watch it.
That should just be
I would fall
What?
asleep at night, every night, listening to that.
please.
And Drown.
In the love.
I mean,
Ray's love, Ray's life.
I meant something else, but,
Sunny knows.
Sonny, why? Why would you go there? No. Alright, what else happened day 1?
I think I went to the age. Was it AH?
The GTA heist.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
the heist that took 30 minutes to set up
because it was all messed up.
No, because they were all over the place.
Oh, that was Prop Hunt. Okay, yeah, you're right. It was totally
GTA was the red suits.
Yeah,
and the Ray taking a fucking half hour to actually get there and
that one. It took so long, but it was totally worth it just because of the red suits. Like
it was.
Great.
That's a great picture.
And when they
a lot of pelvic thrusting in that picture.
Yes, which is not a problem.
No.
When they died, they went under the table.
Yeah,
which was oh my god, that was awesome.
Twitch usually keeps streams long after the fact.
Right? I believe so, and like I already saw GIFs on it on Tumblr. So
well, no, you can set it to record past broadcasts, but they might not have chosen to done that because they want to keep that as content.
Yeah,
for the for YouTube or whatever.
Well, no, that was during. No, I meant like to be able to go and watch it afterwards. Like if you haven't, you should definitely check out the heist live stream.
I know they said they're going to record one this coming week. They said we're gonna re-record it.
Seeing as how they lost the first one.
Yeah. God. No, they were like, so we had this first podcast or this first heist we were gonna show you, but we lost the footage, so we're just gonna do it. And then afterwards, they're like, yeah, we're gonna film this again next week. So that was a thing.
This was, of course, all hearsay to me because I caught an afternoon with John and Pat.
Which I debated so much on whether or not.
Yeah.
Go to that one.
I mean, so I didn't catch any Achievement Hunter stuff over the entirety of the time. Finally caught Ray for 2 seconds when he was 2 rows ahead on the last panel of the last day. But
we'll talk about that later.
I don't regret it because
you don't regret it.
No. Not again. I've been listening to you say that all weekend. No.
I have 12 more hours here. And you're just chipping away at them.
At your soul.
At bits of my life that I'll never get back.
Welcome to life on the Afterstreamers.
I am not spending Monday with you at all. I'm just gonna
avoid you until it's
that's not happening.
I'm gonna be like, Lammy, Steven, Sonny abandoned me, and they'll be like, fuck you, Grace.
They'll be laughing.
Yeah.
An afternoon with John and Pat was incredible. I've never heard a giant Latino man say the word fuck so many times in a row. And Pat is favorite in my book. So
that's amazing.
It was great. But then it ended with a very, very special cartoon that I think y'all will be very excited about. The Adventures of X-Ray and Vav. Animated by Patrick Rodriguez and I think Peter. And voiced by everybody you would expect, but written...
I'm pretty sure... I really hope it's Ray and Gavin.
Written by Lindsay.
Yay!
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, that's so exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
You can't see it, but their mouths agape in the room.
Did they say when it's going to come out? So that I can just, hit replay over and over?
You'll definitely be able to get the first episode that they did. They don't know if they're going to make more.
They better let us go make more.
Oh, yeah. No.
Okay, well, either way, after that, I think that was after GTA or Afternoon with John and Pat, we had the meetup with Tina.
Oh my god, yeah, it was awesome. Meeting Tina was just like the coolest thing ever. She and Kelly are hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, we sat outside, like right outside the Hilton, and found some nice shaded area that was about not that large beside the tree, and then kind of just sat or stood for.
This is Caleb Reagan, by the way, just to specify.
Yeah.
Yes, the real sports nerd, Caleb Reagan.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But we were all Tina wanted to take a big group photo, and
was posted on Twitter.
Which was posted on Twitter. I have it. I'm gonna make a big photo set of all the pictures taken with Afterstreamers and put it on the Tumblr. Yes. So you guys can kind of see. We're bragging kind of, but we also
totally.
Want to get you guys excited for what next year, because we want so many more Afterstreamers to come next year to RTX.
Well, that's the plan, isn't it? Everybody's going hashtag RTX 2015.
Yeah.
You know we were recon.
We were recon.
Yeah.
Now we kind of have an idea of timing of like, yes, you need to be there like 2 hours beforehand for this major stuff. Sometimes 3.
Yeah. My issue is that since we've already seen all those panels, some of them we might not want to go to again, but others might want to, and it's like we're gonna have the same thing we had this year, where like the group is gonna be very split.
Yeah.
For some of the days.
That's not a problem. Like,
yeah,
imagine a giant group the entire time, just like walking through. Like, that might be a little intimidating.
Well, this time when we split up every time, it was a bit like a horror movie where you had no idea if you were going to see anybody else ever again. Next time, if we split up, it'll be
stay in groups of like 3 or 4 at least.
Yeah. So that way,
Yeah, but really, really exciting.
Kelly.
Go ahead.
I like how you said Tina and I said Kelly.
I was about to say Tina and Kelly, so.
Okay. Well, Kelly was the bomb and just talked to all of us while Tina, had little one-on-ones with people and took pictures and everything, and was wearing a rose wreath.
She was Jesus cosplaying.
Yeah. Oh, God. BLTT bread.
Goddamn.
But
yeah.
So we took the big group photo, and but as we were taking the photo, Caleb's posters was it?
No, yeah, that's when Caleb almost ate
his
shit.
posters started to fly away because it was really, really windy, and he just like ran for it and just like fell.
It just
almost
fell.
They call this a park. It's half grass, half just like
dirt
and rocks,
with
and
a
so
couple trees.
Yeah.
Shoved in between.
I guess that's a Texas park.
No. Oh, we've alienated everybody from Texas. Great.
I mean,
sorry, poop.
Hey, listen, I love Austin.
I don't.
Other than the heat and...
No, it's not the heat, it's the humidity.
Well, the humidity. You're right. The humidity and the, I guess this isn't a hate. The interesting bar scene at night, that was...
Quote-unquote interesting.
Listen, when...
Last night was interesting.
Last night was interesting. The night before last night, when I was walking by myself...
Which was a horrible decision, really.
Slightly tipsy as well. So that was...
Good job.
Great. A little sketchy, not gonna lie. But still, really cool. Like, I can't wait for RTX 2017. No! 2016.
God, you're bad at math.
There's a reason I did not go into the math major, alright?
Why, when we were playing Super Fight, did you get all the number cards? This doesn't seem fair. Yeah. Other people who can actually use
them. Because I'm fucking magic. That's,
okay.
I kept wanting new cards. It's like, well, there's another 50 feet tall one. There's another this one.
And that's after burning your hand, like, how many times?
I burned my hand 3 times total.
Is that, are we counting the time that you burned your hero cards separate from the rest of your hand?
Yes. Yes, we are. I tried to keep... Honestly, I was not paying attention most of the time if we want to talk about my jingle bells.
Oh, God. We have...
If I never hear someone blow into a beer bottle and sing jingle bells ever again, it will be too soon.
It was great.
Yeah, Grace, white girl wasted again.
Not... Oh my God.
Yes.
White girl wasted. No, I was definitely just tipsy.
In any case...
That's what a drunk person would say.
Yeah. 6th Street on Thursday,
a drunk person wouldn't remember it.
No, you can still be drunk and remember.
Listen, that's not how I drink, though. With Grace, you either get a little tipsy, like, or don't remember half the night.
Wait, so could you say that with Grace power comes Grace irresponsibility?
Tony, I love you.
No. Both of you, no. Look at this. She's falling over herself laughing. You can't do this to her. It'll all go to her head.
That was great.
That wasn't me smacking. That was a high five.
That was a high five.
Yes.
Either way, to end on day 1, suddenly, we get news of bomb threats and fire alarms and all that jazz. And
something apparently even worse that wasn't even, told.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
I'm just really glad nothing actually happened.
Yeah.
That would have ruined RTX if people died.
Yeah, that's generally a bad thing,
Yeah.
I want my money back because it was... No, I'm just being, I'm sure people would have done that, though. Like, even if it had been, like, an emergency that they totally couldn't have seen, you know, there would have been those assholes that are like, I want my money back, and...
Yeah.
Kind of glad I wasn't in the convention center when it happened, though.
Yeah.
Like, that would be way more confusing. At least
It'd
I
be
was back at the hotel and able to just, like,
and
scroll
scary,
Twitter
probably.
and find out what was going on.
Yeah, because I think at that point we were all, like, hanging out with Tina, and then it's just like, oh, we check our social medias and our other messaging systems, and it's like, everybody's worrying about us. We're like, what?
I didn't even know people were worrying until you started saying stuff, because I hadn't checked my phone at all.
Yeah.
And then I'm hearing you being like, the Afterstreamers are wondering if we're okay, and I'm like, why the fuck wouldn't we be okay? Like, we're great, it's RTX, and then it's like all this other
the
stuff.
The RTX app blew up with alerts.
Yeah,
about, like,
that
we're
was
evacuating,
right when I
this
found
happened,
out.
the fire alarms went off, blah, 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 and I was just like, what the hell's going on? And that's why I texted you and was like, are you okay?
Yeah, I suddenly was getting all these texts, and I was like, alright, cool.
And Bernie Burns posting...
yeah.
Bernie Burns posting a picture of just... a picture of an older painting with the caption, "Shit's on fire, yo!"
Because the older painting has this character pointing at
A
fire in the background.
Yeah.
Chris, when you edit this, put that picture in.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's great. It's one of the greatest pictures ever. But, yeah, it was a good thing that nothing did get burned.
Yeah.
Bernie
Then,
Burns.
so then day two.
Yeah, that was a struggle, sorry.
Day two.
It was a valiant effort.
I think, Grace, you went to Sunset Overdrive.
I did. I got a free t-shirt.
Yeah, while you were there, I was in line for Achievement Hunter.
Which we tried to get into, but, well, you guys did. You and your
Yeah.
brother.
So, people were at the Achievement Hunter panel, like, at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
I think it was the earliest.
Yeah.
And the panel wasn't until 10.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Which, yeah. And, but apparently, like, I think you and Chris
Yeah.
and John
Yeah.
got
Myself,
in
Chris,
at, like, 8.
Yeah, myself, Chris, and John got in about 8:10.
My brother and I we got there at 8:30, and it was already at max capacity. So that was cool. So instead, we just went to the main exhibition hall, waited for a couple hours. We watched Sunset Overdrive, which is an amazing game. Shout out to them for making it.
You thought that was a puzzle game.
I honestly, I knew nothing about Sunset Overdrive before this trailer. I had heard people mentioning it.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought it was a puzzle game. I don't know why. I just assumed it was some sort... I guess it was the bright colors and stuff with their, like, design, their title. So I was like, oh, it's a puzzle game. I don't like puzzle games. All right. Then I found out it's a shooter, and it's, like, 8-player co-op.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm like, all right, this sounds really cool, and watch the gameplay. It looks amazing. It's, like... The way I describe it, which is probably totally wrong, is kind of like a mix of, like, Dead Rising and Borderlands.
Yeah.
That kind of comical feeling, but with, like...
Is it open world, or...?
It's open world.
Oh, okay.
It's open world, and you fight different gangs. Different themed gangs. So you might fight a gang of clowns or a gang of Civil War reenactors.
Yeah. Like, I think from what they were facing in the trailer was some sort of, like, a gang of monsters of some sort. Like, it's very, very different types of characters. The customization is cool, too. You can be male or female, and all the clothes are gender neutral. So if you're a dude, you can wear a skirt. If you're a lady and you want to wear, like, full armor and shit, like, it's totally open, which I think was really cool, because they got the question, like, so how hard is it to render a female? And that was great. But then after that, saw Destiny stuff, which, again, looks pretty amazing. And even though I was there all early, I got to have second row seats for the Achievement Hunter prop hunt.
Yeah.
Which
was half an hour of technical difficulties.
And Jeff threatening to fire Ryan.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, that was great. It was even though there was the technical difficulties, they just started answering questions from the audience. It was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Ryan chased Gavin backstage to finger his anus as a joke. Somebody was like joking about it, and then just Ryan gets like this evil look on his face and looks at Gavin. Gavin just sprints, and they're off stage for a couple minutes. It was hilarious. But speaking of the Assassin's Creed thing,
Assassin's Creed?
No, there was somebody,
Yeah,
another
no, it
person.
is.
Like, getting a question about, like, how hard is it to render and animate females and stuff like that. When we were at the Ruby panel, Monty got that question.
Yeah.
It's a direct, like, the Assassin's Creed thing, and I think he handled it very well.
He
answering
did.
it, because being able to, it's not that hard if you do your job properly.
I think the
if
thing...
you forecast it, that's what he said,
Yes.
Yeah, is that it was designed from the ground up as a priority. Mm-hmm. Partially because of the way that their story works, which doesn't work without the lead characters, and partially just because it's a better system. It meant that they had to do less work. And so Sunset Overdrive had a promo that was sort of in a similar vein, where they had a character perched on a ledge wearing the Assassin's Creed getup and as a female character, and that was when they announced all this stuff. And so you didn't see it in the podcast, but Kim was waving frantically and going, yes! When we were saying all of this.
Yeah.
So.
It makes me very happy, because it's important.
Yeah, I think Assassin's Creed, what their big issue was, they don't realize how important, or how many, I guess, people would like there to be a female playable character. I think they just assume that it wouldn't be something people want, and they just didn't think about it.
See, they should take BioWare's route, which is make a main character that's both, like voice, animate,
I love
and
that with
voice
Mass Effect.
both. Mass Effect and Dragon Age both do the same thing. You have a male and a female equivalent. They're both fully voiced and fully integrated into the storyline. Then
Their
you just choose.
Excuse is that it's another voice. I think it's like another voice actor they have to hire.
Yeah,
another
there
artist.
is a lot of production that has to go behind actually creating a separate, essential separate storyline for a female and male characters.
And I get that.
And it does add a lot of time into the making of the game
but
too.
This is fucking I just totally lost Ubisoft. This is Ubisoft, okay?
I thought you forgot what year it was.
No.
And I was going to be like, I thought you were going to say, it's fucking 2014.
That's
and then you were
exactly where I thought
Yeah,
you was going with
yeah.
that.
I mean, no, this is Ubisoft. It's not a small company, It's not a small company that they don't have the resources or the
No, I'm not saying they don't have the resources,
No.
but what they're trying to do is make Assassin's Creed a yearly franchise, and honestly, you have to cut corners to make it a yearly franchise. I'm not defending them.
Yeah,
I think
I
it's
know.
dumb. I hate yearly franchises. This is why I hate Call of Duty, Battlefield, and now Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
It's because on a yearly basis, when you don't allocate enough time to build the game completely and foresight everything that you need, then you're gonna maybe miss some things that people might want or people might get offended by, and it's just that's the nature of it. They want to pump money out as fast as possible.
Well, even Call of Duty you were able to make your character in Ghosts.
Well, that's because they're switching to 3-year cycles.
Yeah, which is good. But it was just
doesn't make the game any better.
No, it doesn't. But in Call of Duty, which is most comprised of dude bros, that's the stereotype. When they are actually making a female character customization thing, and Ubisoft can't, what's up with that? Ubisoft, you should have thought about this.
I guess my personal connection to it was that my entry point to the Assassin's Creed franchise was Liberation.
Oh, you really?
Yeah,
cool.
Because I didn't really. I mean, I actually really liked it, but I got a Vita. I always tend to choose the underdog systems. Mm-hmm. Sonny, you don't need to shudder.
Cringeworthy.
Yeah,
it's just the Vita it's so good, but there's no games, and it's nobody knows how to use it properly, and it's it hurts. It hurts. It hurts so bad. So I want to see the Vita do good, because Nintendo with the whole monopoly on the handheld market, not very good. I can tell you that.
No.
It's okay. I was happy with the amount of use that I've got out of it, and I've gotten way more use out of it than I thought I would. But I hadn't had a Sony system since the PS2, which wasn't even mine. It was a shared thing that my family did, and so I don't know. It meant a lot to me that I really liked that story and the different aspects of it that were different because she was a woman, because she was a woman of color in that specific juncture. So I'm generally speaking a fan of the stuff that that Sunset Overdrive is doing.
Mm-hmm.
And also that day when they were doing all this cool stuff, I was apparent. If we were a media organization, this would be great because y'all would have covered the larger events, and I covered the smaller things like a voiceover panel. That was all about voice work with these great personalities, and a career development panel, which was all about how to have a career in sort of new media.
I went to the technical podcast panel.
Yeah,
with Lindsay and the guy from Drunk Gamers.
Oh,
yeah.
That was even though I'm not as familiar with the technical aspects of it, I did learn quite a bit.
Yeah,
and it was really, really cool. Like,
it feels cozy.
Yeah, it made me want to be like, I want to learn more about this editing and stuff. So
also, Grey Haddock is the man, or Grey Haddock, as I learned.
Yeah,
I've been saying it wrong for a year.
It sounds
Capitaine Haddock, for those who know Tintin. And then after that, I think...
what happened?
Gotta love a Tintin shout-out.
We met Lammy and Steven. Shout out to them.
Oh.
On the second date. And,
when was that? When was that?
That was day 2.
Day 2, like, when? Throughout the day?
When we were in line for Quick Draw.
Yes.
With Pat and,
Aaron Hansen.
Yeah, and,
that was hilarious. Oh my god.
Pat by himself, hilarious. Throw in Egoraptor, you got comedy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know Egoraptor did art. Like, I kind of had, like, assumed, because doesn't he do the art in...
He does some of the art.
Yeah. So I kind of knew that, like, he was involved, but I didn't know he's actually pretty good.
That was my introduction to Egoraptor, was his flash animations.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, I actually, I sort of came...
I just knew him from Starbomb and Game Grumps.
Yeah, exactly. So. A lot of people came back to him with Game Grumps, and that was me. It was... My trajectory with RoosterTeeth is a lot like my trajectory with Game Grumps.
Mm-hmm.
I was into them in sort of middle school, high school, and I thought they were, wonderful, and then I sort of lost track of them. And then they came back with these things like Achievement Hunter and Game Grumps that hit where I was then, and it, I don't know.
Kind of nostalgia.
Yeah.
Half nostalgia and half, oh, this is a new way to look at an old thing.
Yeah.
And then, so because of the warnings or mishaps from day 1, some of the stuff got rescheduled to the next, or day 2, which was the Cards Against Humanity with RoosterTeeth and Game Grumps, which was apparently very amazing. But
they capped
way
off
too early,
super early.
It capped off before we got into Quick Draw.
They got 6,000 people in there, is what I think I saw on Twitter.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then, so we were going to go to that, and then they were like, nope, it's full. So then Ruby had already been completely filled up.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're like, all right, well, some of us are over 18, so we can go to the Geeks That Drink event, because even though if you weren't 21, you could still go, as long as you weren't drinking.
Already capped.
It was literally, like, we leave Quick Draw, I think. We walk a couple feet, and they're like, Geeks That Drink has been capped for the night. So we're like,
Yes.
all right, so there goes all of our plans for tonight.
And then a step out in the street corner, and who do we run into but
Bunny.
Bunny. Yes.
Victoria Candies. Victoria Candies on Twitter.
Yes.
And her artwork is amazing. She's a pretty famous artist.
Yeah. She hangs out on Star's stream, and so if you ever hear Star squeal with delight,
Bunny.
Yes. That's probably why, and
really
it's
cool.
and
She's
it's very
really cool.
warranted.
And
Yeah.
I was so thrilled to meet her.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Talented, and those calf-high Converse.
oh my
I was
yes. And she speaks her mind, which is like really hard to find sometimes nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's just cool.
Yeah, and then I finally got to experience Whataburger.
Yeah.
Not too
Honestly,
overhyped. It's just fast food.
It was just a burger. I could have cooked a better burger than that.
It's just fast food. It was really thick and juicy.
I was
which is
expecting like, I guess my expectation of Whataburger was like In-N-Out, which I've still never been an In-N-Out burger, but I've seen pictures and In-N-Out burgers look really, really good.
In-N-Out, great stuff.
So I'm like, all right, Whataburger, like that sounds like something maybe like In-N-Out burger.
Yeah, no, they're about the same.
No.
Just I think In-N-Out might be slightly greasier.
Okay.
That's probably why.
Okay.
Like,
And a bit smaller too. But I guess because we're at Whataburger in Texas and
Well, I mean, I feel like
everything-
there's like more like sauces and stuff, on more variety on the In-N-Out burgers of what I've seen, and like their fry thing.
Though
maybe I'm just talking on my
wait,
ass.
Kim, what were the names? I remember Cole. I don't remember the other one. But
Josh.
Our new friends.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh.
so we found them on the corner of the street where we found Bunny.
On the corner.
Yeah, when we were hanging
Down
out.
on the corner.
Yeah, so we got Waterberg with those guys and came back here and played Card Fight for a good few hours.
Super Fight.
Super Fight, whatever.
Which, amazing game.
Definitely recommend.
We were doing a lot of, like, shout-outs to stuff today, but freaking, I bought Super Fight. You guys might have seen it on the RT
Sponsor cut.
sponsor cut.
Yeah.
Or did it come out as a regular, or was it?
No,
Okay.
that's sponsor.
Anyway, if you're a sponsor, there was a time where RT guys played it. So much fun. It's kind of like Cards Against Humanity, but like a 1v1. You create your own character and they duke it out. Super fun for Super Fight. But it was great. When it's a big crowd, it gets a little
slow.
slow.
Well,
so
and when
it's-
you have Godzilla in there, it gets a little
taking it out for every single round.
So, which is why it's good that
There's the rule.
you can only your hero representative whatever can only win 3 rounds in a row before it's retired.
Which is good.
Yeah, though we actually didn't know that rule in time to apply it to our earlier game.
To the earlier game.
Where my Iron Man with social anxiety and lactose intolerance somehow went 4 rounds and I intended him as a joke.
Hey.
Kind of what happens though. You end up picking like ridiculous ones, and they end up doing probably better than you think they do.
What was my
chance.
what was my awful one that somehow made it all 3 rounds?
Oh,
You guys
God.
remember?
Nope, that one's escaping me.
You had there was the 100-story tall Bill Clinton.
And the 100-story tall Dexter.
Was it Dexter?
No, it was 10-story. No. I think it was 10-foot tall Dexter's.
No,
or
it's
50.
100-story.
Oh,
There's-
no,
no, yeah, you're right.
You're right. It's 50, 10.
But there was
foot
like a ridiculous
Dexters.
one I thought that I like.
Won 3 rounds.
Won 3
with? I
rounds
don't
with.
remember what it was.
Yeah, there was
Maybe
a lot
it was
of
the
those.
Dexter one. I just know I was very disappointed that my cactus didn't survive very long. My cactus that spit acid and could only see in with heat vision.
Yeah.
Got knocked out pretty easily.
Well, I mean, it's a cactus.
Yeah.
It
Sunny-
shoots acid.
It's a cactus.
What was your witch?
They're prickly.
You had a witch that did.
Oh,
witch?
witch with a armed with a sniper rifle and could steal an opponent's trait.
Yeah. Yeah.
With the water twins.
Yeah, that was tons.
Oh man.
The water twins made of.
The water.
Anyways.
Identical twins made of water who can take the shape of anything water-based.
I kept getting screwed by this one deck of attribute cards, and so it screwed me over twice. It ruined my Dolphin Hypnotist, which is a sentence I never thought I would ever say. And then it finally paid off for me, so I thought, okay, the curse has been lifted. Next time I tried it, it just
Yeah.
ruined all my
I'm
dreams.
also really upset with myself because when you punned, I went to tell you that you were disgraceful, and then immediately shut up and was angry with myself
You should have said it.
for ever thinking that.
That
I'm
would
just
have
so
been
mad.
beautiful. I probably would have pissed myself.
God.
Honestly, I would have laughed so hard.
Oh my god.
Oh man. All right. Well,
And day 3 just
day 3.
happened.
Kim and I met and Ryan Haywood.
Well,
I'm gonna brag. I'm totally gonna brag about
Well,
it.
hey,
Hang
No,
on,
no.
let us go in order.
yeah. Start at the beginning
Achievement
here.
Hunter. We saw Achievement Hunter.
Okay,
this morning,
yeah,
which
we went to
was
the Achievement Hunter panel.
fantastic. If someone had met us in front of the escalators
The
this
only-
morning at 7:30,
Yeah,
like we
I
told
messaged
to,
you at like 7:20. I was like, Tony, are you gonna make it here?
No.
We got to 7:30 and we're like, all right, fuck you, Tony. We're going up, and we got pretty good, decent seats.
Yeah. I was gonna go to the Achievement Hunter panel. I got up at like
But then
I got there 8:10, and they were still accepting people, and I was like, I'm gonna go check out Destiny. So I had Destiny for like an hour and a half, and I was like, I mean, it looks fun. I tried to get on stage to play. I was like,
Were they playing with PlayStation controllers? That's
Yeah.
what I thought. Okay,
They're
that's
playing
good. That's
PlayStation.
why I kept my hand down.
yeah, but like,
No, please sound more resentful.
No, I just don't know how to play with a PlayStation controller.
it's
That-
the
that's
same
me with
thing.
Like,
Yeah, Well, I mean,
literally the same.
what
thing.
confuses
It's
me
just less bulky
is
than an Xbox controller.
the God. You know how there's triggers and buttons on Xbox 360
Triggers
controllers?
and bumpers, and they're stupid because PlayStation remotes have them in the exact same position.
But it's just, it feels weird. It feels different.
Have you tried the PS4 one?
No, I've not. I've only
Okay.
played it on a
Yeah, the
PlayStation
PS4,
2
the
controller.
PS3 actually had felt like triggers. The PS4 just made them better.
I've only ever played with a PlayStation or PlayStation 2 controller, which might be...
Oh, well,
Why?
see, that's the problem.
Okay, well,
It's
I'm just
significantly
saying.
improved.
I've
Mhm.
into my first. I mean, we talked about how my first gaming console was PlayStation, but after it's like went straight to Xbox and haven't changed since. So that's what I'm used to. But I'm not resentful. Like I think PlayStation's fine, and I'm considering getting a PlayStation 4 eventually. Well, it's a money matter right now first. But
How could you have money matters after RTX?
I mean,
yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna be working a lot the
I mean,
next
I
month.
could be more in debt like some people.
Hey,
I have to.
Look, I came here prepared with spending money, and I spent it.
Yeah.
I
You have quite the collection now. I'm
Yeah.
Yes.
envious.
I had $300 that I was going to spend here at Art. Like I had set it aside specifically for RTX, so I would have this other money, for like actual budgetary stuff. Spent it all at Laser Team. As soon as Laser Team came out, I donated
You
all
did, yes.
$300.
Just 'cause you wanted that freaking
I wanted
hoodie.
the hoodie so badly.
I wanted the hoodie too, but I couldn't.
So that was my
Yeah.
RTX money. So I had to take the money I was planning on using to buy an Xbox One for RTX now. So now all this next week I'll be just working so that I have money for Xbox One because I have the beta for Destiny for the Xbox One, but I don't have an Xbox One yet.
Okay. I see how it is.
Anyways, so Age Panel was great. The intro video, hilarious.
Oh, you guys got to see this one in slow mo.
Yeah.
Yes,
That was
it
great.
so good. And then when you went yesterday, did they
Oh.
show you like behind the scenes?
Yeah, like to show the extended
And
cuts.
wasn't that when they announced Axiomat?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
That's so cool.
As like a thing.
And
when
the,
they started taking questions.
the second
he got
guy.
up and
I feel bad
Yeah,
because I can
yeah.
never remember his name, but
Axiomat and Jerem.
Jerem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And earlier at the Ruby panel, the game
Yeah, the game was announced.
Oh,
the game
yeah.
was announced,
The game-
and the guy who made the demo for the game
Is
has
also been
is
hired.
also
That's
hired.
really what I really love about Rooster Teeth is how connected they are with their community. Honestly, because I think like almost half their staff was hired through community stuff.
A lot of them.
Like Barbara,
Gavin.
Blaine.
That was
Blaine.
what they said.
Wasn't Ray and Michael both kind of through the because
yes.
They were on
stuff,
they were on
and Lindsay
contract to
on
provide
contract.
videos.
Yeah,
Winsy was an intern.
yeah,
The sort of and PA'd for some of their live action shoots, I think.
yeah.
The trick of it was so at the career development panel,
Mm-hmm.
the one thing that they said is don't have a goal of getting hired at Rooster Teeth,
Mm-hmm.
which they sort of have to say, but Rooster Teeth tends to hire people who either get involved and sort of work their way into the community by providing good stuff for it,
Mm-hmm.
or people who are specialists, like super specialists in their field,
Yep.
like Monty, that are just too good to avoid.
Yes.
So, that
Like Lindsay got in with her editing, I think was what she, and when she was talking
Yeah.
about when she was at the podcast panel, she goes, honestly, learning how to edit is an incredible skill to have,
yeah.
especially if you want to go into kind of tech oriented career.
And she kind of brought it up this morning, and then when they were talking at the AA
Yeah.
panel, when
That-
she, turned to Jeff and said, when you approached me about
Yeah.
editing for AH,
Jeff.
it was really cool.
And I totally,
different.
I understand completely like what they say about the whole, because people are like, hire more ladies, and it would be nice, but
They actually did just hire, I think Michelle.
for Achievement Hunter,
No, for Rooster Teeth.
no, we're just talking Achievement
Yeah,
Hunter.
Oh, okay.
this morning one of the
Questions.
questions they received was from a mom, and she,
Yeah.
she said, it'd be really great if you could have, or do you have any plans for like a female Achievement Hunter version? Like basically like what Jeff does with the guys, but female, have like Lindsay and a whole group of
That was
ladies
kind
or
of weird.
something.
Like, I don't know. That was kind of different to me. I would like to see, like, another lady hired in the
Yes.
Achievement Hunter group, so it's not just Lindsay. But I totally get the thing where it's like, look, you can't just hire a woman just for there to be another woman on there. Like, you want someone who is, like, has a special, like, job that she's good at and that kind of thing.
Back in the day, they did have pajama achievements, but I'm not sure that's quite what she was looking for. No, yeah.
Is that, like, some sort of, like...
No, they just hung... It was Jeff and Gavin hanging out with Griffin and all of her friends playing video games in pajamas.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I definitely... God, I would definitely be in favor of that, too, because... I actually sort of... I'm one of the few people... Not few people, but based on internet reaction.
Yeah.
I'm one of the people who really liked that little Mario Kart 8 playthrough that Ashley and Ryan and Kerry and Ray did.
Yeah.
So I am liking one of the ways to start to counterbalance the fact that there aren't more women in AH is to do some of the stuff that AH does with the whole company.
Yeah.
Which I like Ashley. I like seeing more of Ashley.
I love seeing... And Meg, too. Like, I love seeing them more... Because, like, honestly, like, I love Achievement Hunter. Don't get me wrong. Like, you guys know, I love Achievement Hunter. But, I mean, the constant dick jokes get a little old after a while.
Yeah.
Like, just a little. But I still love them so much. They're awesome. The second thing I wanted to bring up was... crap. When we went out, this is just kind of a little thing. When we went out to dinner on the second night, we actually found the original... Wait, not the original.
Yeah.
The office, the Congress office of RoosterTeeth.
Yeah.
We found it.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, I'll post the picture. I'll send it to Chris, put it on there. But it was...
Added onto your Envy album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really, really cool, because I think it was Chris that pointed it out. He goes,
it was.
He goes, is that the Congress RoosterTeeth building? Because there's all this construction, and I know in podcasts...
Yeah,
they've discussed how there's all this.
They've always said they've also said the location. It's Congress and 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
We passed by there.
Yeah,
I just completely never thought about it all weekend passing Congress and being like, oh, why does that sound familiar? The office is there.
we took a big picture, a group picture in front of it, like the picture with Barbara and Gavin.
Their first time at the RoosterTeeth office.
So
and they looked like such little babies.
It was really cool. I mean, Joel looks
the
exact same.
They were such little babies.
I meant Barbara and Gavin look like little babies.
No, I know.
Everyone else looks exactly the fucking same.
Again, like Joel does not age.
Or brush his hair.
Or even do anything.
He just rolls out of bed, continues with his day.
He was fairly hungover at the Outlast.
No, he was drunk. He wasn't hungover.
Well, no, he had been hungover and was continuing to drink. Because he's like when there was when the guy vomited in the game, he's like, that was me last night. Oh, so
your version of Joel sounds a little bit like Waluigi.
That was me last night. No, I totally didn't mean to do that at all. But
no, let's not do that.
But
Joel met him on Thursday.
Yeah.
At the cart thing. Suave fucker. Just suave as all hell, could glide through crowds where everybody else was getting mired in people.
Mm-hmm.
Like somehow he had that aura about him.
Meanwhile,
Gavin.
Oh
no! That was Aaron.
Yeah.
God, sneaky
cat jokes.
Sneaky Blake Belladonna. No, Gavin was stuck under the lamp. I mean, he was a champ about it. Stuck under the lamp for an hour and a half at the cart thing, taking pictures. Meanwhile,
Joel's just strolling about.
Yeah. Joel and Katie were just, making their way through the crowd. Just hey, yeah.
We met Caden too.
We met Caden and we met Val.
Yeah.
Both, yeah.
And I wanted to bring this up. Every person I met that has done streams that the Afterstreamers followed, like Caden, I asked Connor,
Gilby.
I asked Gilby, God, I think there was one more person. Maybe not.
Kelly.
I asked Kelly.
Oh, yeah, can we
we'll
put out a special... Yeah.
We asked them if they were going to be streaming more, because we know... we love that we have all these community streams. It's awesome, and you guys are amazing, but we tend to get more people following the group when we go to kind of these major streamers. And it's fun to see that variety of the kind of more I don't want to say important because you guys are all important, but the prolific streamers like especially Gilby and Caden. We'd love to see more, and Connor too.
Gilby has his own cult.
Yeah,
The Gilby Rangers.
So
we might have a gang fight with them.
Oh God. And then, do you want to talk about how Kelly said she was going to stream?
Okay. Well, so Kelly at the meetup, Kelly was lovely. We made an Outcast joke together. The ice cold. All right. Yeah. And it was just, that made my day, that alone. But she had said that she had thought of streaming. There were a few complications in the way, but that she was definitely on the fence about it. And I know that I would love to see that stream. I would go to see it. I'm sure. I mean, what was going through my head was, if Isaac and Grace, bless their little hearts, can spend 3 hours trying to learn how to grenade jump to get skulls, and it gets 17 to 20 viewers.
You don't need to talk about it. And I knew how to grenade jump, thank you very much. I was just having difficulty with that one.
And not backing off a cliff, I agree. But,
Funny, please. If you... Okay, I'm going to interrupt real quick.
Yeah, no.
If you watch the whole thing, it was only that skull that I had trouble grenade jumping with. We did that other grenade jump within, 9 tries. And then I did one all by myself on the first try.
Okay.
So, when
it
I
was terrible. Let's leave it at that.
Whatever. Anyways, yeah.
Lovely, terrible events. But yeah, no, so I'm definitely going to give a shout out to Kelly after the fact to say that I love seeing her and that I hope she streams more.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
Either way.
I don't think she listens to us, but still.
No.
She's hilarious. Like, both she and Tina. We could talk about Kelly and Tina for a long time. Mm-hmm.
And Kevin, rest in peace.
Yeah.
And either way, so after the H panel or whatever this morning, finally found some poob.
Yay, Larissa!
Getting some poob in your life.
Yeah, and then we were hanging around waiting for you guys. Didn't get a response from either Grace or Kim here.
Hey,
what?
No, you didn't text me.
I didn't.
See, that's the thing. If you had texted me, I would have responded, but you relied on this one, and
I don't know
Grace
what was going on.
Sucks at responding.
So we got stuck.
In general.
We got stuck.
What are you talking about?
We got stuck at main stage for a good few hours, and then
are you talking about in the kick chat, like the group one?
Yeah.
Unless you send one specifically to me, only me, I'm not gonna. I rarely look in group messages, because from experience, aka the Afterstreamer admin chat, it's just bullshit. It's just people losing their goddamn minds, and I ain't got time for that. I don't need to see, please over and over again, and fucking memes and shit.
Just at least read it.
I can't, because everybody just puts other stuff in. I'm not gonna, too long didn't read.
Literally, the group chat for RTX was one question every 30 minutes.
Just send me your own private message.
Whatever.
The question...
You were useless.
I know.
Bottom
It's
line.
the moral of the
you
story.
should have just... Yeah, Kim's
So
right. You should
way,
have just contacted her.
While they were having a fun time, we got stuck near the main stage for a good hour or so.
Oh.
And then...
We were meeting Ryan.
Yeah.
Right.
Little busy.
And Grace's knees turned to jelly and she almost died.
I kept it cool though until after we left.
And then we had to sit on the floor.
And then I was
for
like,
10 minutes while you breathed.
Kim, I gotta have a little sit down real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Just because,
which I didn't
my
blame
anxiety.
you for because that was me yesterday with Meg.
Yeah. It's not even it's hard to explain. It's not one of those, fangirl, oh my god! It's more, I don't want to look like that kind of fear. I don't want to be annoying and upset. I don't know. I just don't want to seem annoying or one of those,
I see enough of that during the day.
Exactly. I don't want to add to that. And so, I try to, contain all that super excitement and all the worry and stuff. And I worry too much anyways.
No, that was a legitimate fear.
I have such bad anxiety that it's cool.
Oh, I turned away from the Griffin line 3 times. 3 times because I knew that I wanted to meet her and talk to her for a little bit and take a picture and, give some appreciation. But I didn't want to be in that mindset of, oh God, I have to impress this person.
Yeah.
Because that's not what it's about. Like, if you're going to thank somebody, you don't want to be thinking, oh God, I hope they like my thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So eventually, actually, Sunny, Larissa, and Caleb really helped me out by spotting the line, and Kim and Grace let me in at the last minute, and I got a little bit of FaceTime.
Yeah. I think a lot of it
little bit is an
I
understatement.
think a lot of it...
Walked away and left you there because you were just occupied.
Gabbing away.
Yeah.
And then, so that leaves us around like noonish. And then, so we go up to the escalators. Well, some of us, I think. I don't remember
One
what.
of the convention floor.
Oh God.
Yeah, we got to the escalator and we're like, oh, we're going live for the internet box now. It's about like, 20 past noon or something like that, 30 past noon. And then we see RoosterTeeth podcast already at full capacity. And then we see the Guardian erasing something on the whiteboard. And we're like, I asked him, is internet box at full capacity? And he's like, yep. And it's still like hour 40, hour 30 before both of them start. And it's just like, well, I guess we gotta go do something else for a good 4 hours before the next thing.
But I did see on Twitter that at least I just kind of like skimmed through the RT podcast stuff because that'll end up being on the website anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But I know for the internet box they revealed, or at least I assume they hyped because I kept seeing it in the tag that they're going to do 3-4 more episodes. So
That's pretty great. But sadly, for once, being at home kind of better because then you didn't have to line up 2 hours before on the dot.
Yeah, I have plenty of people that were like, I saw more of the panels and stuff than you did. And
Yeah, but I
like,
got to walk the convention floor, meet people in person.
Yeah.
And that's
take
exactly
pictures.
what I do. I'm just like, do you see the pictures on my Twitter? Shut up.
I got to hug Ryan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got to buy all this cool merch,
So
get
much
autographs, so step off.
It was,
There's pros and cons.
honestly, I would
At
say...
the con.
Fuck's sake. Grace!
Like, my number one takeaway from RTX has definitely been that the reason to come is to see everybody who is also at RTX. Not necessarily anybody
Yeah.
who's here, any specific panel. Like, those are wonderful, but if you just wanted to see it, like, or even participate, because some of them you can send questions over Twitter, there are better ways of doing it necessarily, but...
Honestly,
even those few hours when we were just going out for pizza and
Yeah.
shooting the shit when we couldn't get into Internet Box, all I wanted was, I was happy with our crew, but all I wanted was more of us, more of the people that
Yeah.
I talked to that are just as excited about it.
honestly, I had more fun doing things like waiting in line for Quick Draw, playing Super Fight with everyone,
Oh, God.
and Tina and Kelly's little meetup, and
Adopting new friends.
adopting new friends, like people that we'd never really known before, and making these friends, and just having this big community. Like, that's why I'm so excited to have all these Afterstreamers at RTX next year.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, I mean, a lot of people are already saying that they definitely will go.
Yeah, but plans fall through. Things
It's true.
happen. It's just
But honestly, like, I didn't get to meet Ray, who everybody knows is my favorite. The only achievement hunters that I met was Ryan and Caden. But honestly, that didn't even matter to me. Like, yeah, it was super cool, but I had more fun meeting people like Tina, Kelly, Lammy, Steven, Bunny. The kind of more... I broke Tony somehow.
Well, you didn't get to meet Ray, but in the last panel of the
wait.
day...
He told me to shut the fuck up, so that's something. Because I'll explain that in a second.
Tentacles.
Once we
But
get to the end
honestly,
part of the
like, I
day.
had more fun with that, of just getting to meet kind of other people.
I definitely agree. Like, it's a totally different atmosphere, and it's fun. Meeting the people that you want to come here and see, and getting to do the panels, and if you're lucky enough, the autograph signing.
Yeah. I think the
Totally
best way to
not
the
there at
best
all.
the best way to do autograph signing, though, I think you have to be a guardian. I feel like you're more likely, I think, to get signatures if you're a guardian because they rely on you more, and
you're a lot closer.
But it's more exciting to be able to meet people in the community and just meet other people that are Rooster Teeth fans. And without it, like, I wouldn't.
honestly,
know you guys.
most cons you expect there to be those creepy people.
There are definitely some.
At RT though, I never felt creeped out or anything. I don't know. There were, I don't know, maybe some, but everyone I talked to, just randomly in the crowds, we would get along, we'd start having conversation, we'd laugh.
Yeah, in lines. You just end up talking to the people next to you, like the guy from the Ruby panel that was in line with us.
Let me use his headphones to catch up on Ruby.
Yeah, it's just, you end up just connecting with people, like the British guy that I shared M&Ms with the other day and spent a good 2 hours talking with and walking around.
You did.
Shut up. You just end up meeting people.
But, so you guys really should try to get to RTX next year.
And then, so just gonna end with day 3 here. So we got, so people walked the floor, some people did other things. We got to...
Minecraft panel.
Minecraft on the main stage. Mm-hmm. And we saw them play CTT live for 40 minutes.
Team Lads.
Team Lads were strong as always. And then we got to see the Ben Leonard Talks to People Live 2, the second.
Oh, dear Lord.
We chose to go to this. We chose to go to this instead of Slow Mo Guys. Slow Mo Guys capped out in
it was totally
hour and a half
so much better
anyway.
than I can imagine Slow Mo Guys would have been, honestly. Like, I love the Slow Mo Guys, but this was just way more intimate and fun and...
Maybe, like, I don't know, half a room?
Yeah.
And it was just a nice little...
But you can imagine it... I at least in a few... This is what I imagine. In a few years, it's gonna get bigger and bigger.
Oh, yeah. BLTTP as it grows in popularity.
Yeah, so... But we kind of we get to be like, yeah, we were at the second one, you know.
Yeah, but
so cool.
Yeah.
But it was just really, and like Ray popped in, and
But shout out to Jamie, who got her question in.
Yeah.
On the lightning round.
It's because if people don't know, BLTTP does this lightning round where you tweet in questions normally, and so even if from home you could have participated.
So long as you put up the hashtag.
Yeah. And because Tina and Ray were there, and a bunch of the other, mods from their streams, I saw an opportunity to put Ray's favorite joke, and this is Tina's favorite joke that Ray hates, the how do you make an octopus laugh joke. And I was like, I have to do it. And so I sent it in, and Ben actually recognized my username. He's like, oh, hey, Grace. He's like, I'm gonna let Tina answer this. And so Tina's like, tentacles. And then I didn't hear this, but everybody else did. Ray told me to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
So
No, it was after you yelled, Tina, I love your joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's when I heard, shut the fuck up.
That's great, though. I sent him a tweet too. I sent I hope at Age Brown Man enjoyed learning about octopus or whatever as much as
octopus humor
from Tina Dayton as much as I did or something like that. I don't even care. It was just so much fun.
Oh God.
Yeah, and
I made other people laugh.
Lemmy's question.
God damn it.
Can I go out to Lemmy's question? He's in the room. He's sitting in the front row. He sends one over Twitter. Yeah. It's like, hey, can I go out to dinner with you and Connor? I don't have any plans tonight, and I'm really alone.
Which is, if anyone else follows the Ben Leonard on Twitter, some random dude in Austin asked them if he could go to dinner with them because he had no friends or something like that.
Oh man!
So that's what it was from. That was the joke. So yeah, overall, RTX was just amazing.
Wizard in the woods.
Oh my god, that was so good. Connor both of them together cracked me up, but Connor with that fucking wizard thing always kills me.
I remember now what we were supposed to start this podcast with was that stupid song.
Yeah.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
Oh, now you just killed it.
I think that was the plan.
Yeah. It needed to die.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're kind of going over with this podcast, so...
No.
Really? Where are we at?
almost an hour.
You do realize I have no idea how long.
Our podcasts
We're
are
over
usually
by
like,
half an
yeah,
hour
we're usually
already.
like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Well,
So.
it's special. It's RTX.
Yeah.
Actually, we normally go over by like 10, 15 minutes anyway,
Yeah.
so I think 40 minutes should be the regular anyway.
Yeah.
But either way, that was RTX for us. Well, the four of us who are here. There are
Yeah.
a couple other Afterstreamers who had to either leave early or couldn't make it here.
Chris, Caleb, Eddie,
John.
Larissa, John.
Mm-hmm.
And other Christopher.
Travis?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Travis.
Travis.
I was going to say Toasty, but
Yeah, Toasty Toaster Travis.
that's Travis.
But yeah, and
Well, and I mean, I think at this point we can count Mr. Steven Dunkelman, GDiff user.
well, I mean, we can. We always do it every once in a while, but
He's like celebrity status, though.
He is. Well, when he's there, I don't need to be resident old man.
Yeah.
That's why you want him here.
Well, would you consider Lammy then?
I consider
Afterstreamer?
Lammy my blood brother.
If
We've met twice. That's all it takes.
Hombre?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I
Two
think
short men
they're
just having a
honorary.
good
I
time.
think they're honorary.
Yeah,
Because I mean,
we can consider them honorary. I like
it's
that.
totally if they consider themselves an Afterstreamer. That's the thing. Like, we can't be like, yeah, you're an Afterstreamer. They have to be like, yeah. I'm an
It's like when somebody becomes really famous and they go to Harvard or something and to get one of those degrees, like they get an honorary doctorate.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
It's like, hey, P. Diddy ended up getting an honorary doctorate or something. It's like, yeah, we like you enough to be happy with your occasional visits.
Yep. Well, either way, I'm gonna wrap this up.
Well, yeah.
I have one question I have to ask you guys.
Because we got to get to
Before,
Home
I
Slice.
swear
Wait,
to God,
what?
if it's a pun, I'm gonna kill you.
Did you hear about the window thief?